I have a big question for everybody out today. What the fuck is this H3 podcast, and who is this host? Get me the Bo Burnham H3. I got to show people this. These guys are weird on this H3 podcast. The set is like a mix. Their set looks like Joe Rogan mixed with Howard Stern. And the guy who hosts it, I just thought he was a regular white guy. It turns out he's like very, very weird. Everyone's saying H3 sucks. H3 is nuts. New fools. Okay. Let me show you this guy and then find a video with his wife or whoever.
Yeah, the Chris D'Elia one had his wife.
Okay, get me that next. The H3 podcast.
Welcome, one and all.
Wow, here he is. Who is this guy? Who is he? And how did this become a thing? All of a sudden, this guy is like the biggest guy on YouTube. The H3 podcast number 73 with Bo Burnham has 852,000 views. It was just released on July 13th. Okay, so you saw the counts views. Compare him to this. Now, it's hosted by this weird guy who I thought was just a laid-back white dude until I watched a little bit more. Watch how this guy acts. And then I got to see, what is this about? Where did he come from? What is he? Because he's not a comedian. This is really weird, and his wife's even weirder. Watch this guy talk.
To the H3 podcast experience. We're trying to compete with Joe Rogan over here.
Hell yeah, dude.
My
Look at his
theory is
eyes.
that a podcast can never compete with an
And he
experience.
twitches. He has all these weird twitches that he does that I didn't notice. Ethan Klein is his name, and I believe his wife's on the show, and she's even weirder. Let me show you the wife. He had Chris D'Elia on.
We've talked about this so many times, but we've talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
And Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Look at the
with that
wife.
echo.
Wait till you see this wife.
Logan Paul. All right, we missed Logan Paul.
Got it.
We got that. He's
Look at her. Wait, it doesn't look that bad in the monitor, but wait till you hear her talk. So are these two like Israelis, or what are they? Because all of a sudden they're everywhere. I mean, if you're a YouTuber or if you use YouTube, they're like on every recommended thing. And they're weird, and they have a slight accent where they talk like this.
Yeah, like they're talking about the Logan Paul Chris D'Elia thing, and his wife keeps being like, "That was so sick."
Yeah, they're all saying they're deranged. She's deranged. He was a drama whore at some point. He's got Tourette's. But why are they so... What happened? Why is this... They're saying, yes, he's a legit Israeli. I got this. Okay, here. Something's
something
up.
we've talked about a lot.
Oh, yeah. I saw you guys step on when you talked about it.
And it's like, I feel like that exchange...
Okay, now look at
really,
this. That shot, that's Howard Stern ripoff. Like that logo and the purple couch. I don't know why he sits in front of a purple couch, but then the next shot, like when they show like the wide shot, it's a copy of Joe Rogan's set.
showed what a fucking dumbass he is.
Wait till you hear the wife.
Maybe even just like how damaged he is from the whole
Yeah.
Suicide Forest thing.
Yeah.
I want to go over it with you.
Yeah.
If you don't mind.
I'm happy to. Yeah.
I want to go over this, and I want to get your thoughts on some of these Twitter exchanges, okay?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I'm curious, your initial interaction when he said, it's important that you watch.
Right.
No, it's not.
Right.
Now, how did Logan Paul come on your radar to begin with? Because you were following...
I don't want to watch this. I want to see that wife.
I know, I get furious listening to Chris
I
D'Elia
know.
talking about this fight. I yell at the screen.
Oh, there! Look at that. Bright
That was
yellow
so
teeth.
crazy. Ha ha ha.
Would you like to come
That
with
was
me for
amazing
my-
when you
Okay, so I guess
called
that
him
is
that.
him. And then I thought, that's so many emojis.
He's so fucking amused.
Yeah. Like, that's laughing for a long time.
That's
Yeah. That's like,
it's not funny anymore.
yeah, that's like, now
After the
it's like-
first two rows, it's getting a little sad.
Yeah. After two rows, you're like, oh shit, man. Maybe he's just mentally imbalanced because maybe that's why.
Like, why? How did people ever fall in love with these two to get them to the place that they are now? Like, what is the origin story?
Everyone's saying that they just did like YouTube reaction videos, like the content cop guy.
And then they just started building up views, so then celebrities started going on, and then it just kept growing and growing and growing, but they actually aren't.
Apparently, I don't know anything about them though.
This is really weird.
he thought it was okay to shoot somebody. who was
Right,
dead.
right.
Be like, all right, well, at least that.
It-
But and then when he said, and then I read it wrong. I first read it. I'm
Read it.
laughing because I know why your comedy career took a dive. And not I didn't read, I'm laughing because now I know why your comedy career. So I thought
you thought-
he knew something I didn't know. And I was like, does this guy
And
have
then you know what's sick too? They're talking about the one time Chris and Logan Paul got into a 2-second Twitter fight. But what's even more sick is that all these YouTubers are having Chris D'Elia on their show to talk about the Logan Paul fight just so that they could title a clip, Chris D'Elia talks about Logan Paul fight, so that when it's on YouTube, they can get a ton of clicks. So everybody's been inviting Chris D'Elia on to tell this stupid story so that they could clip it into like a 10-minute clip and make all this money off of it. That's how gross these people are.
what did I do that I don't know that's bad, right?
yeah.
That, by the way, that's so much about me. Like I'm like, did I do something? Like in
Yeah.
my head is like, if I
Well,
refer-
because it's such a stupid comment, you almost want to believe that it's like, oh my God, does he actually know
is
something?
there something else, right?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
Like did he
'Cause
see me
you're-
fucking litter or something?
Here she is. Here she
Your
comes.
first response, the no, it's not, was so not like deserving of anything more than just
moving
live
on.
It. Just
Yeah,
okay.
or just like fuck off or whatever.
but you took it so
Yeah.
personally, like with that response.
yeah.
Also, what is it?
That's good. That's some really good commentary. They took it so personally, like with that response. And then everyone just plays along with it. Like these two are like the Larry King of YouTube. Like this is where you go when you want to be interviewed now. Like this has really gone too far where like these crazy scammed YouTube numbers are now dictating, you know, who does what on the internet here. You know, because this show is terrible. I mean, they really, if you listen to what these two hosts say, it's like nonsense.
The Bo
Whatever,
Burnham episode made Bo Burnham seem like a respectable, cool guy that
Yeah.
I like.
Well, maybe Bo Burnham is growing up. Yeah, you know, why I brought this up is because Bo Burnham was on the show, and he actually said that he finds Deadpool to be repulsive, that it's nonsense. And I had never heard anybody but me say that the movie Deadpool is nonsense. You know, most people love it. Most of all of you probably love Deadpool. I find it to be probably one of the worst movies, probably one of the most cringe movies that I've ever seen. And I beg of you, do not go see Deadpool 2. I don't want to see, you know, it's like seeing Drake. Drake, 1 billion streams. What are they going to say? Deadpool broke all the box office records. Deadpool 2. I don't want to see that. So I'm begging you, please help me. Let's not let this thing break all the records. It's cringe. Hey, buddy, do you like dicks? Do you like dick scissors? That's not funny. That's not funny. It's really, really shitty, actually.
But you
But-
took it so personally, like with that response.
Yeah.
Also, what is it in your response that, you know, educated him to now why your comedy career took a dive? Like there wasn't that much information encoded in
Right.
your initial response.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Right. Yes.
He's like,
that's-
now
yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Now I know because I wasn't really trying to make a joke.
Yeah.
Either. I was just like saying something.
Yeah.
Right? So that's I guess like in comedy, like you'd say what he did was fundamentally flawed, right?
Oh, on another, yeah, it's disgusting. On another podcast, he was on Theo Vaughn's podcast wearing one of these Champion sweatshirts, which are, everyone wears them. I mean, Champion, like, to wear Champion now is like almost like it's over already. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I believe it.
Unless it's
over.
your Scars Club champion hoodie.
That's not Champion, though. You're not wearing that to support Champion.
Yeah.
Okay? So, like right now, Champion came back in style like a year and a half ago. Kanye was wearing it. Everyone was wearing it, okay? But now it's like done to death. You go to Urban Outfitters and everything's Champion. Trust me, it's on its way out. So Chris D'Elia is wearing the Champion sweatshirt. And I'm just saying this because there's probably a lot of people out there that didn't know Champion came cool again. You're thinking of Champion like me. When we were kids, Champion was sold at Walmart or Target or something like that. And it was just low budget clothes that sucked. But now they make like a nice heavyweight sweatshirt. Okay? But Theo Vaughn doesn't know that, okay? Theo Vaughn didn't know that Champion came back in style. Chris D'Elia was on Theo Vaughn's show, and he's like, he let Theo Vaughn compliment him even though it wasn't right. Like, Chris knows. Okay, so this is what happened. Chris was wearing a Champion sweatshirt like this on Theo Vaughn's show, and Theo Vaughn was like, man, I just really respect your style. Like, you just throw on like a Champion sweatshirt and like, you make it cool again. And he was like, yeah, well, yeah.
As if he was the one.
And it's like, no, Chris, you didn't initiate that. Like, you waited till the whole world thought Champion was cool again and wore it. But you're taking Theo's compliment as if you're like the trendsetter with it. Because Theo didn't know. So you could catch Chris doing a lot of wormy stuff like that.
Ooh, I hate him.
Yeah, he really is the worst. He's low-key the worst.
High
Okay, so this is the H3 podcast. Look at her.
And
I want to
he
hear.
acts like literally everyone pretends like they don't know anything about what Logan Paul does so that they can just own him over and over as if everything that he ever says is him being 100% serious, not a joke like it is.
Somebody says, what is this? Currently wrapping Fila slides and sneakers with Tommy underwear been done to death. What is this about? Yeah, I'm wearing a Tommy Hilfiger hat right now. But only because it's neon green, of course. And a lightweight summer hat. Okay, I just want to hear a little bit more of his wife talk. And then, do we know? So are we satisfied with this H3? This is just like another YouTube accidental mistake. YouTube produces a lot of these. You know, you have Blazendary and Blake Linder with 1 million subs. The numbers are going into the wrong hands on YouTube because of these algorithms. And when it comes down to it, people will watch anything. It's what is put in front of them first, right? So that's what's happening. These people are falling into these lives where, yeah, you get into that algorithm and you start racking up those numbers, and now you're in that homepage zone on YouTube, and you're just going to keep building. But then people like Chris D'Elia go on this show and pretend it's actually a show when it's really just these two got lucky off that algorithm. Very weird.
Like, it's not, you're not doing it to Jerry Seinfeld, who's going to be like, who's that kid? Oh, who cares?
Yeah.
Right.
I want you to do this.
Yeah.
I'm going to write back to you.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
this
God,
is what
did
I
you see-
do. So,
Woo!
like,
Did you see those movements? Look at this guy's eyes. I am going to saute you. And then the guy goes,
do this.
Yeah.
I'm going to write back to you.
Yeah.
And this is what I do. So, like,
did you see that? I hope I'm going to see it one more time. I fucked it up. Anyway, we can't find it again. I just want to hear his wife. She says such crazy things.
how young his fans were, but I felt like that.
Because he brought up the age too. It was kind of
The
like
age, right?
Yeah,
It
exactly,
really
right.
justified
Yeah,
it.
but I was like, this is a good enough. To me, I was like, this is funny enough to bring that up. I just didn't want to be like, oh, your
Well,
fans are stupid, you know?
yeah.
They're not. They're just young.
No,
Yeah.
and the truth is, if you ever do look up like fan meetup photos, like
Yeah,
it's pretty shocking.
yeah.
Can you
There's
guys?
like a pregnant lady be like, oh, you're a fan? No, my baby is.
Yeah.
Not even out yet.
Yeah. Yeah. And he and
I'm like, is that Logan Paul?
the
And then this.
fucking
And
he
then-
doesn't stop.
No, but here's the thing. I think, and this may not be right, but I think he wanted to have the last word, but he didn't want me to see it.
Okay, I can't take that, Chris D'Elia. We could watch that guy for hours lying. Okay, the H3 podcast. I'm glad I got that figured out there because I was very confused. Where did these people come from? What is the meaning behind them? They seem so weird. Maybe we should attack H3 in a big way and make a big splash and steal some of those people away.